Hello NFL fans, how's everyone doing? Now before I give you my picks on week 5, the Staying Alive, I'll give you my recap on week 4. So here it goes everyone. Okay, last Thursday night for Thursday Night Football between the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore versus the Cleveland Browns. I picked Baltimore in a freaking win. So that was a decent game. Okay, another game is for Sunday. It was the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers. I picked Atlanta. It was in Atlanta, so Atlanta won. Okay, next game, it was the New England Patriots, Tom Brady and company, versus Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. I picked Buffalo. I was totally wrong. They had a game, but they freaking blew it. Tom Brady blew the game open. He was the MVP for that game from my point of view. Okay, another game. Oh yeah, I lost that game. So I'm 2-1. Okay, another game was Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings in Detroit. I won that game. I picked Minnesota. Okay, another game, Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Diego Chargers. I picked the Chargers, and I got that one totally right. Okay, another game, the Seattle Seahawks versus St. Louis Rams. I picked Seattle. I got that one totally wrong. Oh well, whatever. Things are things. It happens. Okay, the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. I got that one totally right. Niners destroyed the Jets. Rex Ryan was totally pissed off. I will be too if I was the coach of the Jets. Plus, they lost the two great players, the cornerback and the former MVP Holmes. He's out for the year, broken foot. So they're gonna have a rough year, for my opinion. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the Houston Texans versus the Tennessee Titans. I picked Houston, and Houston just destroyed Tennessee. Okay, Denver Broncos versus the Oakland Raiders. That's a huge rival. I picked Oakland. Of course, I was totally wrong. Peyton Manning and company won that game. Okay, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Miami Dolphins. Arizona won, so I'll get that one totally right. Okie dokie. Okay, the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I picked Cincinnati. I got that one excellent right. The Green Bay Packers versus the New Orleans Saints. That was a great game. Came down to the wire. I picked the Cheeseheads. Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay versus Washington Redskins. I picked Washington. I got that one right. Okay, Philadelphia Eagles and Philly versus the New York Giants. I picked I picked the Giants. I don't know why, but I did. The Super Bowl champions. So I got that one wrong. And the Monday Night Football, the Bears versus the Dallas Cowboys. That was a good game for the Bears fans. Very happy the Bears stepped up the game and they won. They looked good. Defense, offense, and they forced a lot of interceptions. 2 picks. Pick 6 for a touchdown. Lance Bridge did a good job, and they look awesome, baby. Awesome! Okay, those are my recap for week 4. Now I'll give you my picks for week 5 to stay alive. Okay, first I gotta click on this because my laptop is old, so bear with me. Okay, have patience. Okay, this is like a dinosaur laptop. Okay, here it is, the games for week 5 tonight. For Thursday Night Football, once again, the undefeated team, the Arizona Cardinals versus the St. Louis Rams. Big game, and plus, this is a huge game. From my point of view, I am going with the Arizona, still undefeated. Okay, the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati versus the Miami Dolphins. I am picking Cincinnati there. Okay, the Green Bay Packers, the Cheeseheads versus the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. I am going with Green Bay. Okay, Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. I am going with the Ravens. Baltimore Ravens. Okay, the New York Giants, the Super Bowl champions versus Cleveland Browns in New York. I am going with the Giants. Hopefully they could bounce back from last Sunday night. Okay, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Pittsburgh. I am going with Philly for a huge upset. Michael Vick is having a crappy year, but they they pass the ball too much. They gotta run the ball. I know these days NFL will have to air it out, not like the old days. But what can you do, NFL fans? Okay, let's move forward, shall we? Okay, the Atlanta Falcons, the undefeated team, versus the Washington Redskins in Washington. I am going with Atlanta. That should be a good game. Okay, Carolina Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks in Carolina. I am picking a huge upset, Seattle. Okay, the Chicago Bears versus the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm picking the Bears. Now, if the Bears play like they did this past Monday night for football, it'd be great. But anything could happen at any given Sunday. So once again, I am going with my team, the Bears. Hopefully the Bears could step up their defense. Hopefully Jay Cutler and company could play great. And Matt Forte did pretty good this past Monday night. He just came back from his injury, so we'll find out what's going to happen on Sunday. Plus, Bears don't play next Sunday because they're bye week, so that'd be kind of good. And hopefully they could re-energize their team and they could heal up their players, for the following week when they play Detroit. Okay, after the bye. Okay, Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota versus Tennessee Titans in Minnesota. I'm picking the Vikings. Vikings have a good year so far. Okay, New England Patriots, Tom Brady and company versus Peyton Manning, the Denver Broncos. Now, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady have a huge rivalry. Back in the past when Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, when Peyton Manning used to be with the Colts back in the day, so great rivalry. I am going with Tom Brady and the Patriots. I could be totally wrong because I think Patriots have more weapons in Denver, but anything can happen at any given Sunday. Why I mentioned this in a couple seconds ago. So I'm not a Peyton Manning fan at all. That's just how I feel about it. Okay, the 49ers versus the Buffalo Bills in San Francisco. I'm going with the Niners. Okay, Saints versus the Chargers in New Orleans. I am picking Chargers, huge upset. Okay, and that's for Sunday Night Football. Now for Monday Night Football, Houston versus the Jets. Jets suck this year. I am picking Houston. So those are my picks for Week 5. Plus, those are my recap for Week 4. So give me your your opinions, your thoughts, and giving me your who you think gonna win this Sunday, through email, Facebook, and Twitter. Have a good one, and go Bears this Sunday. Catch you later, my friends. I'm out here. Goodbye from your friend, the rock star, Team Rai Rai. Later.